as the climate changes, it interferes with when you can and can't go out and enjoy your sport. So we really wanted to play our part in, not just as a club, but then also encouraging club members to do what they can to minimise the impact on the environment and on climate.
We've got to look after the countryside and the place that we live in.
I think it's a very important subject, and it's definitely a subject what needs talking about at schools, and I feel like it's good to have awareness about it, as well as knowing how to help.
I think for sport it's always really difficult to try and be environmentally friendly or to think about the planet, because at the end of the day we are flying around the world, like our carbon emissions are huge, so what we can do to try and impact it in a positive way is always important to try and offset it. The club Deer Park Archers do as much as they can. We have this beautiful field course where they really focus on us being able to shoot here, but also to make sure that the plants and the biodiversity is great here. We have places where you can release, I think it's a badger release zone here, which is just great for the environment, and we have bees. They've made efforts of planting trees and just try and generally make our area better for the planet and better for our environment, so that we can enjoy a sport, but also so that we don't damage the place that we're living in.
With archery, there's got to be bits of land, what we call overshoot areas, make sure it's safe just in case anything goes wrong. So we make the most of using that land. The bits round the edges, creating, we got some advice as to how best to do wild meadow. We learned how to look after hedges properly, but then we have added since, and again we went out and we asked people who knew what they were talking about, what sort of species should we be planting here. We've increased the diversity of the vegetation all the way up, and that in turn increases the diversity of the insects and some of the animals that we get coming around as well.
The Archery Club's keen to do lots of things for the environment, simple things like changing cups so that they're all china, so we're getting rid of waste. We're keen to reuse things, rehome equipment, but we're also looking at bigger projects like the solar panels and grey water. The men in sheds play a big role down there, creating mini habitats, bird boxes, bridges so that we can access all of it if you like, and there's lovely walks around there.